Real communication occurs and the evaluative tendency avoided when we listen with understanding. What does this mean? It means to see the expressed idea and attitude from the other person's point of view, to sense how it feels to him, to achieve his frame of reference in regard to the thing he is talking about. So there's also, Rogers is emphasizes very much the idea of embodiment. So you can listen to someone, you can listen to their arguments with your mind. It's a very logical process. It's sort of a rational and logical process. And in some sense, that's what you're taught to do, for example, when you debate. And the idea there is that, you know, the argument is a cognitive phenomena, and that the logic is structured in a logical way, and that the way that the argument is settled is by the exchange of information and the relative coherence of the two perspectives. It's a very rationalistic perspective. And it's very useful to be able to debate, don't get me wrong, and to have your mind organized so that you can put forward a logical argument. Like, that's why you're in university, so to learn how to do that, believe it or not. But it's not the same sort of thing that Rogers is after, because when Rogers talks about the interactions between people, it's embodied. So like if I'm really watching you when I'm talking to you, paying attention to your face, you're going to be like expressing emotions with your face screen, because that's what it does, right? Your face expresses emotions so that other people can infer what it is that you're up to, even more than you know. Because if you knew, you could just tell them you wouldn't even need emotions. But what the hell do you know about what you want? That's why you're having a conversation with someone, to figure it out. So you're watching them like mad, and you're watching their posture, and maybe you're mirroring them. And you can do that consciously to some degree, but it's probably better if you just do it unconsciously. And then when you're mirroring them with your body, then you can feel what they're feeling, and then you can start to draw inferences about what it is that they want by noticing how you're feeling. This is often one of the things that will stop people dead in the source of a conversation, because the other person will get upset, and then you'll watch that, and then that'll make you feel upset, and then you go, oh, I can't deal with this anymore because it's too upsetting. It's like, well, maybe the fact that it's upsetting is actually an indication that you really should deal with it. You know, you can't just run away. If it's upsetting, something's being flipped over. That's why it's upsetting. Well, you don't want to bail out just because you're upset. It's like, you know, clue in. That's not the time to quit. You want to maybe detach a bit from your emotions so you don't get drowned in them, so you can use them in an informative manner, but you don't want to stop. You got things going then.